logins doing for a living? I was like, girl, surviving off this song until Jesus comes back, I can tell you that. Woo! We are almost on time for our live. We're gonna let that one play just a touch longer because it has me in a great mood. I am cranked up on coffee. I did not sleep well last night, but I still worked out this morning. So if anybody knows, if you go on my feed and you watch my post from last night, Jesus does not want us to be a refrigerator. So I'm not gonna be a refrigerator, and I'm going to tinker myself back from that Frigidaire. You guys, what's all this in my background? Let me move that. Hi guys. So, okay, we can come down on music, I guess. Who's in control? Am I in control of that?
I got it.
I thought she had a doctor's appointment. He's such a liar. Get out. So, Rob was supposed to join me on our live today, but I'm gonna have to do all the work around here as per usual. So today's live is going to be, just because your credit score is low does not mean you have bad credit. Low credit scores do not mean that you have bad credit. And the reason I want to explain this to you is because I have clients who reach out to me all the time. Oh, I'm trying to get my score up to a 700. I'm trying to get my score up to a 700. I said, for what? Like, you trying to do a business loan? Like, you don't need a 700 credit score to buy a house, honey. And how do you think you're going to get that score up to a 700? I think that's going to happen. Doesn't happen fast. It's going to take probably about a year for that to happen, and the difference in what you would be paying in mortgage payment versus the pricing of a home going up or that home not even being available to you is a huge difference. So we're going to talk today just at FHA and VA. FHA and VA, the difference in rate, and that rate spread out over 30 years, you almost don't even see it in the payment. So I want you guys to quit being afraid of the number, and let's look at the number, not the score. We're going to look at the full body of the credit and see how we can help you raise that credit score. But in the meantime, in between time, you can still purchase a home. You only need a 580 credit score. You don't need a 700. There's not a huge difference in pricing. It depends on the price of the home, your rate, and your term. If you're doing a 30-year mortgage at today's rate, you just calculated today. That's the only job Rob did for me today. So a VA today, 580 credit score, you're looking at a 5.25 interest rate. With a 620, 4.125. 700, 3.875. 3.875 sounds super duper low, right? It does. That's without any overlays. A VA is going to be 100% financing, so the only thing you have to bring to the table is typically your earnest money, and oftentimes you get that back. But out-of-pocket expenses, as long as the seller is paying for the majority of the closing costs, you're going to be out of very little money, but there's not a huge difference in payment for you. So on a $200,000 loan with a 580 credit score, you're looking at $1,330. That's $1,330. With a 620 credit score, you're looking at $1,201. So it's $120 in difference in payment, right? $120 difference in payment times 12 months is, what's that number, Angie?
What'd you say?
1,200 and 240, looking at about a difference of $1,400 for the year. So I'm going to give you a scenario. Would you prefer to wait a year to get your score from a 580 to a 620 to have a difference in payment? Or if you get it down to $1,100, that's going to be another $80 in savings. All of that total is going to be less than $2,000 in savings for the year. You don't see it in a payment. So waiting for a 700 to get the home of your dreams, Angie disturbed the live. Angie disturbed the live, but just so we can keep context here, 580, 620, 700. Every 20 points, you're going to see a difference in what that payment will be, but the payment and the rate does not change significantly. You're going up about 1/8 of a point each time. So on an FHA loan today, 580, 5.125, 620 is going to be a 4.5%, and 700, 4.125. So let's just look at the difference in a 620 credit score versus a 700 in FHA. Most often we are qualifying clients on an FHA loan if you're buying under that $350,000 to $400,000 price point. The difference between a 620 and a 700 is $42 in payment on a $200,000 loan. $200,000 loan, follow me. $200,000 loan at a 620 credit score, your payment is $1,364. $1,364. If you have a 700 credit score, your payment is $1,322. It's $42 times 12. That's $500 a year. So would you prefer to pay an additional $5,000, $10,000? Because I have a subdivision right now that just had a price increase of $10,000 in the same subdivision from the builder. Nothing changed, no additional upgrades, nothing, just went up on pricing because supply and demand right now inside the city of Atlanta, Roswell specifically, housing inventory, we have 0%. 0%, meaning we have no new construction in that zip code at that price point under 400,000. So I say all of that to say we can't make any more land. When time to pull the trigger, you've got to pull the trigger. But what you need to understand is that the rate doesn't really change that much in credit score. Your credit score is going to determine what that rate is, but over a 30-year period, it's not going to be a huge difference in payment. I never ask client what rates they want. I don't even ask you how much home you want to buy. I ask you what payment do you want to pay. And if you tell me you want a payment of $1,500, then I know we can't look at anything over X amount of dollars because I know with taxes and insurance, we can't get to that. So I'm more concerned about the payment than I am the rate. Don't get caught up in things that you don't understand. You're not a credit repair person, so quit trying to repair your own credit. You need to let someone look at the body of the credit and tell you what you need to do. If you have lates, those are things that we can work with. Most don't know that some lenders will allow you to have 2 lates in a 12-month time period, and you're not going to be charged any points for that, and you can still qualify for the home. Quit being afraid to know the answer. Just look at it. Let us look at the score. Let us see how much you can qualify for. But quit trying to get your own score up to a 700 and it takes a year and you're still going to be in that apartment renting. You're not going to get any appreciation for that. Appreciation or appreciation. Oh, look at that. Appreciation or appreciation. Oh, I like that. That was good. What was the question? Someone had a question? Wow, what? What's the question from Tasha Ware? What'd she say? Well, nobody has ever broke it down like that. I know, right? They don't think about it like that because they don't look at the numbers every day. I look at the numbers every day and I'm more concerned about the number than I am the rate. I'm more concerned about the number than I am the backsplash. I don't care what the backsplash looks like. I can go to Home Depot and do a DIY and change my backsplash. I can take those floors up and find someone to put down flooring. I'm more concerned about what this payment is going to be and what those out-of-pocket expenses are going to look like. So if you have between a $580 and a $620 and you want to purchase and you're paying now between $1,200 and $1,500 a month for rent, do not sign another lease. Let us look at where you can be in terms of payment. We had a client that didn't think they could qualify at all. They thought that their loans were in default and they were not. They weren't. So we went from being able to qualify for $200 with just a wife to now both of them together almost $400,000. So don't do the work. Let me do the work for you. Let me put you with our lender partner who clearly today is making me do all the work. So Rob's making me do all the work, and I'm telling him, he's making me do all the work, and so he's buying me lunch. Thank you guys. Love you, mean it. Make sure you do something this month in May. We are going to make sure that we take 10 people from denied to approved. We're going to take 10 more people from I have a challenge. Anyone who has a 500 credit score, if you have a 500 credit score, that means you ain't paid nobody. You have not paid anybody. You have not paid anybody, but by the end of the year, we're going to get you in a home, and all you need is a plan. So let's get you in that home. I want 10 people who have a 500 to 520 credit score. Let us get you with the lender so they can show you what you need to do. You can get in a new construction project that will probably take at least 4 to 6 months to be built, and that will put you on the timeline so you can get yourself credit qualified and you can be in your home by the end of the year. But for those of you who are between 580 and 620, and it doesn't matter if you live in Atlanta or not, I have partners that live all over the country and I will refer you to an agent, but we're going to make sure that we get you done and taken care of over here so they make sure they have to take care of you on the other side. So love you guys, mean it. In May, we're going to set some big goals. We're going to do some things to make ourselves proud. Next Thursday, DM me and tell me what you guys want to talk about. I know what I want to talk about. I have some VA loans that are going to be rolling out for rehab. They tested them, and so now you can do a VA rehab. So if you're in the city of Atlanta, we are rolling that out as well with our lender partner. But until then, DM me, let me know if you got any questions, or text approve me to 888-111. That's 888-111, and let's get you credit qualified. That's the only part that matters. Finding the house is easy. I can find your house with my eyes closed. I can actually find your house online. But that's the easy part. It's how we get to the money. So let's get this money part taken care of. If we can take care of the money, everything else will work itself out. So love you guys. Mean it. Have a great day. Angie is on the 1s and 2s. So if anybody wants to get with some of this rocking, no one said anything about my braids. No one said anything about my braids.
They're cute, Mike.
Thank you, Angie. I'm begging for compliments, clearly. So love you guys. Mean it.